Let it go, go.
It's Thursday night and it's the end. Starting lineups, here they are, presented by State Farm. First for the Suns, Nash out there with Bell. We've got Stoudemire. Then there's Marion, and it's Diao in at the power forward. And for the Jazz, Ronnie Brewer out there with Darren Williams. We've got Carlos Boozer. Then there's Derek Fisher, and it's Kirilenko in at the 4.
Finger roll, that's pure style, guys. I like that.
Nash outside. He dishes it to Bell. Williams picks him up. Fisher against Marion. Right up, and he lays it straight in.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
And so here is Utah. Right side, Kirilenko. It's blocked. Here's Marion. And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
Kevin, he told me that he thought there would be some holes in the defense today, and that he wants his players to be ready to find those holes, explode to the bucket, and finish with power whenever possible. Could be a thunderous night, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Good on both. Here is Brewer. Guarded now by Nash. Here's Williams. Hits the 15-footer. Williams has got his first basket. And it's Phoenix's ball. Nash outside. He feeds it to Diao. A 3-ball. Utah with the rebound. Deflected. Williams for 3, no good. And Phoenix will take it the other way. Under 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Nash against Williams. Nash, the pass to Stoudemire. Excellent use of the screen that time. On defense, the Suns. Here's Williams. Defended by Bell. Williams. And Brewer kicks to Kirilenko, expanding his range. No luck.
It's not his forte. I don't really like that shot, and you can tell the defense is just asking him to take it.
Here's Stoudemire. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Carlos Boozer.
There's no stopping him when he gets to the basket like that. If you can't foul him in time, just get out of the way.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Thomas comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Barbosa in for Raja Bell. On the wing, Marion. He's covered by Fisher. Nash dishes to Marion. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 3 assists now in this one.
They're coming out strong, guys. That's 4 for 5 from the field.
Kirilenko kicks to Williams. Connects from three-point range. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. Suns leading by 3. Nash outside. There's the dish to Thomas. Stolen by Boozer.
Anticipating that pass.
And he flushes it through. Strike slam cam with the replay.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Nash, the pass to Marion. Back to Nash. Taken away by Kirilenko.
So now that's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back-to-back empty trips because of turnover.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem because now all of a sudden you start turning the ball over. You lose all offensive rhythm and flow.
Boris Diaz checked in for Phoenix. James Jones comes in for Sean Marion. And Phoenix has possession. They trail by 1. And here's Jones. Now Barbosa to halt the run. 1:31 left in the first. It's tipped. The Suns trailing. Nash outside. Over Brewer. Phoenix, no good that time either. Now here's Kirilenko. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And Brewer kicks to Williams. Tries to save it.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
5 on the clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Nice time to use that foul to stop the layup.
You know, if you can save just 1 point, that foul was the right move.
He doesn't get the second one. And it's the Suns' ball. Jones dishes to Nash. Back to Jones. Now Kirilenko defending. Now here's Nash. Covered by Brewer. Jones from outside. They need this one. In deep. Nash drops it in. And that ties it up.
You know, the hardest part of that play was getting to the rebound. After that, it was easy.
Up in time. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Some great action here early as we end the first. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Here's Nash. He's covered by Brown. And Steve Nash again. Nash has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Suns. Brown the pass to Millsap. Williams for 3. That's good.
It's been all about ball movement here. Great passing.
Yeah, anytime you've got an unselfish team, the ball will find the open player.
Nash kicks to Stoudemire. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
This is an interesting matchup. Neither team has been able to get an edge.
I tell you what, it's been enjoyable to watch this one. I mean, they haven't given an inch to each other, and neither side is backing down in this one.
Now here's Boozer. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. Williams kicks to Boozer. Lifts up. Rebound by the Suns. Now here's Diaz. And the 3 off target.
That's not his shot at all. Way too far beyond his range.
Brown dishes to Millsap. Back to Brown. Pass to Williams. Guarded now by Nash. From 17 feet out. And Utah again with the bucket. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Phoenix has possession. Barbosa with it. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Carlos Boozer pulls it in.
He lost his focus there, guys. That's a shot he should make.
Tipped. And here are the Suns now. They trail by 1. Kicks it out to Jones. Now Kirilenko defending.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far away.
Here is Brewer. Kirilenko the pass to Fisher. Kirilenko with a screen on Barbosa. Fisher can't hit. And Phoenix has possession. Darren Williams grabs the miss. Utah leading. Outside Kirilenko. He's guarded by Diaw. There's the triple. Another miss by Utah. And it's Phoenix's ball. Barbosa kicks to Stoudemire. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Stoudemire's got 8 points.
You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
And Boozer backs in from 11 feet away. Here's Fisher. Nailed from three-point land. And the Jazz lead by 2. Barbosa with it. Stoudemire with a screen on Kirilenko. Takes it up. And it's Stoudemire missing.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Barbosa gets called for the reach. That's his first foul. Phoenix making some changes. For Thomas, who's checked in for Diaw. Marion comes in for James Jones. And Marcus Banks subbed in for Raja Bell. Now here is Kirilenko. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Brewer. It's hauled in by Thomas. And Phoenix has possession. Barbosa dishes to Stoudemire. Here's Banks. The double clutch. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. They get Carlos Boozer. Free throw good, Stoudemire. And the Suns making a change here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's the Jazz with the ball. Fisher, the pass to Brewer. Backing in. Outside Kirilenko. Clock at 6. Fade away. Outside Williams. Deflects the pass. Boozer inside. He's guarded by Thomas. Williams for 3. And it's Williams again missing. The Suns trailing. Marion outside. Boozer picks him up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the official right on top of that one.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. He didn't hesitate to make that call. And now he'll get his chance at the line.
And making a change here, the Jazz. And he's good on the second. And so here is Utah. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Fisher. The Jazz with another miss. And Phoenix has possession.
Now running a little bit of time off. Looks like they're going to play for the final shot.
Steve, you're right. If nothing presents itself, hold for one.
That drops. 11 points for Stoudemire.
You know, it is really hard to miss shots that close to the basket.
Boozer can't get it to go. And that's the quarter. Nice D to stifle the final possession.
Stoudemire having a good one. He's got 11 points.
Good Thursday night to you and yours. I'm Damon Bruce. Let's get you straight to the HP halftime report. It's a close.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Here's Nash. Back to Stoudemire. Boozer picks him up. Stoudemire, no good. Utah trailing here. And here's Fisher. Leaner from distance. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got the first field goal of the second half for the Jazz. Nash outside. Here's Stoudemire. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. They get Carlos Boozer. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Stoudemire. Here's Fisher. Guarded now by Nash. Goes up. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brewer's got 6.
Guys, that's what he does. I mean, he excelled at getting to the rim.
Pushes up. And it's Marion. That time on the assist by Nash. 7 points for Marion. And Brewer kicks to Fisher. Can't hit. And Phoenix will take it the other way. Nash outside. They set the pick. Kicks it to Bell. Stoudemire kicks to Nash. Moving it around nicely. Taken away by Kirilenko. And it's recovered by the Jazz. And it's Boozer that time on the assist by Williams. Boozer's got his second basket of the night. Nash right side. Stoudemire dishes to Nash. Back to Stoudemire. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one on Kirilenko.
Yeah, plenty of contact there. Easy call.
Steve, when you miss a shot like that, you know he got hit on the way up.
Memo Okur is checked in for Carlos Boozer. Phoenix also making some changes. Thomas comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Barbosa in for Raja Bell. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Nash.
He anticipated the kick out and came up with the steal.
Back to Barbosa. He passes to Nash. Marion outside. Phoenix no good that time either. The Jazz on offense. Barbosa gets whistled for blocking. That's foul number 2 for him.
A little too much body on that one, and that's going to be a block.
Always a hard thing to judge, but I agree with you, Steve. Clearly a block.
Brewer defended by Nash. Fisher the pass to Williams. That gives them the lead. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Now here's Nash. Here's Stoudemire, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Stoudemire's got 15.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
1:58 left in the third quarter. And Utah has possession. Trailing by 2. Barbosa with the steal. And And Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist by Nash. Nash has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, he doesn't really like what he's seen, and they're going to try to hash it out here.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Phoenix also making some changes. James Jones, he's checked in for Stoudemire. And it's Rose in for Sean Marion. Here's Okur. Thomas against Kirilenko. Now Thomas defending. Another shot. Buries the jump shot. Fisher's got 6.
They are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
A nice shot by Nash.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Shooting for Utah. Derek Fisher. 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Nash. He's got 6. Here's Jones. Thomas down low, working on Okur. Nash against Fisher. Nash kicks to Rose. Stolen by Miles.
You know, you look at his numbers, guys, and what concerns me is the turnovers. He's got 4 already, and he's just been careless with the ball.
That's his.
No good on the free throw. The Suns making a switch here.
C.J. Miles. Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Fisher against Nash. He's covered by Fisher. Tipped.
He's got to tighten up his game, guys. That's 5 turnovers for him.
Miles dishes to Okur.
Kevin, I think he's got to demand the ball. They need him to be more aggressive if they're going to take control of this game.
Here's Nash. He kicks to Banks. Shoots over Miles. And again, it's the Suns missing. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Okur. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. It's been one. And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has a report for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Thank you, guys. Darren Williams gets our spark of the game. He's led the way in the scoring department for his team as he's carried them through the first 3 quarters in this one. We'll see if he can continue that in the fourth.
Good stuff, Doris. You know, Clark, he has really been the engine driving them today.
You know, quite honestly, they wouldn't be in the position they're in right now if it weren't for him, Kevin.
Yeah, they've been really leaning heavily on him, and he's come through in a big way, guys.
And it's the Suns' ball. Barbosa passes to Stoudemire. Flushes it down.
He made sure to get a little extra hang time there, just to rub it in the defender's face a bit.
Look out below. I wasn't sure he was ever going to come down.
He just wanted to make sure he wasn't coming down on top of anybody. Good, tough defense there, getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for you.
Nash kicks to Stoudemire, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Great assist there, led him to the perfect spot.
Jazz trailed by 4. Outside Williams. Barbosa picks him up. Goes right up. There's the block. And Phoenix has possession here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Marion outside. Here's Nash. The pass to Barbosa. Just 4 to shoot. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Now it's a 6-point Suns lead. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance there. I like what we're seeing.
Kirilenko gets called for blocking. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Suns, Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Rose comes in for Boris Diaw. And Marcus Banks subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Now here's Marion. Offline with his 3. Now Fisher. And Rose picks him up defensively. Fisher dishes to Williams. Bullseye!
You know, for a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
Suns leading by 4. Nash outside. Here's Banks. An easy 2 points on the layup.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Now Nash. Ball's knocked loose. Rose passes to Nash. Nash left side. Straight up, and it's Marion. That time on the assist by Nash. And that's 11 points for Marion. Marion with the steal.
He only had 1 mistake prior to halftime, but he's starting to get a little sloppy there offensively.
Dishes it to Kirilenko. No good on the triple. The Suns leading, and here's the fast break. The 3 is launched, and yes, sir, that one drops. Marion's got 9 points here in the second half. For the Jazz, this one's not looking good. 9-point game. Here's Kirilenko, and the rebound goes to Nash. Nash has got 4 rebounds in this game. Timeout called, the Suns. They're up by 7. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Both teams will make substitutions. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Jazz trail by 7. Fisher with the ball. Launches a 3, and that one's good.
Now, they're not worried enough about him. They've got to tighten up their defense.
Suns leading by 4. Stoudemire with a screen on Fisher. Nash kicks to Stoudemire. They rule this one. Goaltending. Count the shot.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
And here's Utah. They trail by 6. From deep, the shot is off. And here is Marion. Here's Williams. Boozer kicks to Williams. Some good ball movement here. Now the feed to Okur. It's tipped out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Into Stoudemire. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And he makes the free throw.
I tell you what, Kevin, those hoop plus the harm fouls are backbreakers in the clutch. That really extends their lead.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Fades away. Good! And now they trail by just 4. And the Suns call time here. They're ahead by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Stoudemire. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
A good foul. You've got to stop the clock in this situation.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, the clock is their biggest ally right now. They need as much time as they can.
2 for 2, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Nice job to make them all. That's a big play to extend their lead.
Utah calls timeout. They're down by 6. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They turn it over.
That's kind of surprising. I mean, that's simple execution right there. I'm not sure how they missed on that pass.
Here's Nash. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
We didn't have much choice but to foul. Unfortunately, this is the last guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they stopped the clock, but these free throws are pretty much automatic.
Gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
And even that might not be enough.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you think?
I don't see it. Very little chance of a comeback. I think this is over. Contact on that three-point attempt, and he'll go to the line.
You know, you got to be careful beyond the arc as a defender to not pick up a foul like that. That's a bad foul.
Makes all 3, and that brings them within 5.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
And so they foul intentionally. And he doesn't get the first one to fall. Does make the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Here's Fisher. Pass to Okur. Here's Guracek. And he misses his first shot. He got it up.